send in, you then have two people arriving at one position at the same time.
Yeah, as well as just 665 always finding himself in some ridiculous flank. He'll have a Shen on top of him while he's doing it this time.
So this time as well, Taco on the Rumble, you can expect a better Rumble performance. He is just a very, very good Rumble player, and he has a free lane for himself. DFM maybe doing some scouting and seeing that DCG often go into this bush, but won't be doing so this game.
Yeah, Comet this time around. It might just be in
the last game, actually, but they had a Braum, which is a lot different than a Shen level 1.
Comet for Arya is interesting. Maybe just a lane matchup thing.
It might be because it's just range, right? The Vex can farm from a very safe range, whereas last game, the Rumble, you're just always going to be able to proc electrocute whenever it's off cooldown. This game, the same luxury will not be afforded to this Aurora.
DFM gonna use the buddy system to check their blue buff here.
I'm glad we're no longer seeing this 80 carry meta every game just really, really forced, because it doesn't feel like it's the be-all, end-all unless you're a really good AP jungler and a really good 80 carry mid at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly, out of every team, maybe you could argue that DCG were that, but...
Yeah, just shying away from it. I guess when you get the Rumble, it does change your game plan a little bit. You're less incentivized to get AP in the jungle.
Yeah, and again, Taco, very, very good on the Rumble. I like to see them giving him some comfort, giving him something that he can ultimately take over a game pretty well on. As the trade of CC there onto those supports is not necessarily going to favor either one.
Actually, Guardian over Aftershock for Orca.
Yeah, I understand why. You're not really proccing Aftershock that often as a Shen. The Guardian will just get more value, especially against an Ashe.
Cruscado with a lot of priority in the early game. Vex very strong laner, especially in these first 3 levels.
Yeah. Oh my. Cruscado might just be that guy.
Yeah, not quite able to proc his electrocute there, but still feeling pretty good about that trade.
And then we're seeing some of the value from Comet, just using that E for poke. The Comet lands because of the slow.
And Steel looks very anxious about Lee Sin appearing in his jungle. Or maybe just recognizing there could be a ward on his Raptors. Goes for the red buff first.
Yeah, the jungle clear coming out of 665 extremely fast. Aggression down in that bot lane, but Orca's just going to once again trade.
Yeah, and that trade definitely favors DCG. I'm surprised that DFM went for the Xin, actually. It feels like that gives the Shen W that little bit much more value.
Yeah, actually a lot of value. Just 4 people that like auto-attacking. As 65 does now arrive in the mid lane. He was able to get an early flash last game. Will do the exact same here in this one. And now Arya, I mean, I would say more so than last game, but that's just a lie because there was a Vi last game. But he is going to have to be scared of Lee Sin level 6 as he will be getting it even faster now that he was able to get in here with his support and take away those Raptors.
Yeah, it might actually be scarier this time around because Cruscado has such reliable CC on the Vex. If his flash is up, Steel cannot go for this grab.
Yeah, it's so close to him being able to smite it away, but he probably just goes down if he does commit to it. Now 65 picks up the top side crab. Now he's looking for the bottom side crab. As have to see which of these bot lanes have priority. You'd favor the Shen right now, at least in those isolated sort of 2v2s between jungle and support because of how much this Shroud can deny.
Yeah, Steel not looking super willing to give it up.
Oh dear. It's a clinic. He's up. Look at the difference in jungle.
CS at 4 minutes, yeah.
That's actually a really ridiculous amount.
Yeah, as well as burning enemy mid laner's flash. So far, 665 dominating the jungle. Steel with counter pick and being able to see 4 of the enemy champions this game. Not able to get off the ground with the Xin yet. Top matchup going about how you'd expect.
Yeah, I think Rayfaki actually maybe even doing better than you'd expect, so credit to him. Not an easy lane, this Rumble versus Cassante matchup.
Yeah, and it seems our top lane Rumble players are split between this Comet and First Strike.
Well, it was First Strike. It was First Strike against Ornn. It's always been Comet for some reason into the Cassante. I'm not entirely sure why.
Yeah, internationally that's not the case. Hart getting really aggro.
Very aggro, but again, you're seeing the value here out of the Shen, just able to deny so much, but now not able to as it is on cooldown, and Udapon getting very aggressive. But yeah, the Conqueror stacked the flash, but this Ignite came down after the cleanse and the pop. First blood there for the support for Hart, but now it's Orca. He's got that Shroud, and yeah, this is just a winning 1v1. Orca, double kill on the Shen.
Yeah, and I can't tell who the wave is really favoring. Both waves look pretty big, but I can tell you who I wouldn't want to be right now.
Okay, level 6 here for Ray Farkey. There is a little bit of outplay potential, but... I lied.
Yeah, just on 1 HP bar. Ray Farkey needed to find a recall a bit earlier somewhere, and it's actually DFM aggressing initially here.
Value.
Yeah, you just get nothing every time you engage on the Leona. They do manage to turn it around onto Feng, who, I mean, I'm surprised this goes as well as it does. This is a fully stacked Conqueror on this Ezreal.
Great Ignite timing.
Yeah, and he chases with his W there. That's actually what picks up the kill onto Feng, and Orca's able to just pick up both kills now. Shen is so good in these fights.
Yeah, and with the double kill, that's a lot of XP. He's going to be even closer to getting that stand united. We'll see what happens here. Oh, was it a double kill? I didn't even see Steel go down.
Yeah, he does.
It was.
Oh, wow. What a start for DCG. Winning all over the map then.
Oh, and talking about winning all over the map, Harp just found lacking here at this Raptor camp. Yeah, the Sonic Wave is not going to miss. Orca, he's on a killing spree now.
3-0 on the Shen. Had his flash.
Oh, Udapon now. This is a massive stacked wave and 2 people coming down. No ultimate, importantly. That Dragon's Rage kick was used to kill Harp, so Udapon should be safe.
Yeah, I think Feng being level 5, not having his ultimate, and same for 665 using his ultimate earlier, means a full HP Ashe is a bit of a tall order. But here goes 665.
Oh no, 665, he's going to get caught out. Udapon, he's able to dodge out of everything, and now 665 completely, absolutely outplayed. Oh my goodness, the Essence Flux does connect there from Feng, but it's just a fantastic outplay from Udapon, able to pick himself up at least 1 kill there as another Essence Flux does connect. Arya's coming down though. Arya will be here in a matter of seconds. There is the True Shot Barrage available for Feng if they do try and look for something aggressive, and they might just have to. Orca, he has a shutdown, a 200 gold shutdown. Arya's invisible. Feng is going to have to go aggressively. Orca's going to go down absolutely no matter what. True Shot Barrage coming through, but the Enchanted Crystal Arrow does as well. And this bot lane of DFM playing flawlessly, able to turn around 2 kills for themselves.
Yeah, and turn around the game. Essentially, Steel being chased out by Cascada now.
Oh my god, the fights continue as Steel's going to get taken out on the top side.
Yeah, and you're seeing why DCG have this ridiculous stat of 10 kills on average at 15 minutes. Because they constantly fight. 665 got himself a little CS lead in the jungle and has just been fist fighting ever since, for better or worse.
Yeah, now importantly, Udapon getting himself some gold there. He's actually going to be ahead of Feng because, you know, while more kills have happened for the side of DCG bot lane, it's all on Orca.
This Q completely whiffing. I mean, even if he lands the Q, this doesn't look all that great, but no ulti, no Q landing means, despite Feng being actually very accurate on the Ezreal this fight, they're not able to get anything out of this dive and actually end up griefing 2 kills.
Yeah, just staying a little bit too long. Importantly, Feng goes down, I believe it was to Hart.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels good, at least, if you're DCG, better than the Ashe getting it.
Oh my god, it's time for a fight. Red buff being looked at. 665, Dragon's Rage kick lands onto 2. But it is the red buff picked up there by Steel. Flash away now from 665. It's an important summoner spell on the Lee Sin.
Yeah, just kind of trying to put pressure on Steel all game, has 665, and it's been working. Steel 0, 2, and 0. Punish there, loses his flash.
Yeah. Ultimate available, though, for the Xin Zhao, whereas 65 cannot say the same. He also lost his flash. And now, because of that, DFM walking into this bot side jungle of DCG.
Yeah, and maybe even more impactful is this Shen is level 5 and the Leona is level 6. In these dragon fights, you take Leona anyway, but...
So to play lands, but again, getting value out of the Shen pick is 665 going to be looked at. Should have access to the safeguard, certainly does, and that is going to be a solar flare going completely wide. Yeah,
a little slow on the solar flare there was Harp. As we're trading in the mid lane aggressively, as you kind of have to when your teammates are fighting in the river. So now you've allowed Cascada to move if you're Arya.
And ultimate is available here for Cascada. Shadow Surge.
Meanwhile, Taco having a pretty good time up here. It is a very high-value magic resist game for Cassante.
It is. An incredibly high value, in fact, but
yeah,
there is still 80 damage for sure.
Yeah, Cascada can interrupt these engages anyway on the back.
He certainly does, and that's a massive trade back, as that's going to be the taunt landing. That's everything absolutely landing there onto Steel, and he's taken out as a trade, though. Here comes the ultimate from Arya, but he gets hit by Cascada. Cascada able to find that ultimate, and in goes 665, and out he comes with that safeguard, and it's DCG coming up trumps.
Yeah, and they've done it this entire early game through bullying Steel on the Xin Zhao. He just cannot handle 665 on the Lee Sin.
But how insane is it to land Vexalt there?
Yeah, on the right target, right? And you see 665 lands his Q here, and he's just patient. He knows his mid laner hits these, waits for it, go in together, and then, I mean, the...
hits it onto Arya. Oh!
Yeah, the ulti from Arya not having much impact in this fight. Fight is more or less over by the time he casts it. Harp
back to live, and Harp has absolutely sent it. It's Cascada. 3-0 and 2 now on the Vex.
Yeah,
we've praised him all split about his 80 carries, and now we finally get to see him increase that champion's played number. It's his favorite stat.
Yeah, and Harp was already very chunked out by Cascada, decides to engage on him under the tower. Not that much damage coming out from the Aurora at this point. Well, not enough to 100 to 0 of X in one stun.
Yeah.
Plenty of damage still. And recognizing his team is maybe lacking a little bit of physical damage, 665 has gone for an Eclipse on the Lee Sin.
Oh my.
Which is my favorite Lee Sin build.
You got a Ludens.
Yeah, on the Vex.
I mean, what else are you going to build on the Vex, to be fair? But
Leandri's just feels wrong on the champion. Malignance doesn't make much sense with a reset ulti. You need a mana item somewhere. I don't hate it.
No, I think it's correct. It's just not an item we've seen in a while. I know LeBlanc, I guess we have seen a few.
Yeah, and not an item you love building with such a heavy AP comp, but what can you do? Cascada's still going to have a great game for himself if you look at the mid lane items.
Cascada just 1v2ing here, by the way. He's just that strong. Obviously, Taco now does just blast cone himself into the pit, which some would view as risky, but
yeah,
not going to pay the price for it in any
You're 665.
case. Yeah, no flash available, though. As through comes the taunt. It is a nice taunt, and oh my god, Udapon's absolutely annihilated. It is a trade back of kills, though, as Harp, with that Solar Flare, is going to lock up Orca and get himself his third. Both supports now sitting on 3 kills apiece.
Yeah, and this TP for Rayfark, he finds him against the only 2 champions that deal physical damage.
Cascada has flash. He might just have to use it. He doesn't have a fear available to himself. Is going to have to lose out on that flash. And oh my god, Cascada's actually going aggressive. This is just a kill. Oh my god. And another. Can we get one more? Through comes DCG. It's Orca with that stand united, but they're not able to follow up on that kill. Not quite. Paying the price is Arya. I think maybe a little mistimed there by Cascada.
Yeah, had to wait for the Shen ulti to be expiring just as he landed on top of Arya, but had Orca had his flash and not just used it bot, that would have been another kill likely.
Oh my god, another kill likely as Harp is now stuck under this tower. Cascada's tanking up and trying to get away, but the ultimate coming through here from this Aurora is immense, and Orca goes down, Cascada goes down, it's a shutdown, and even a double kill for Steel as he finally gets his name on the board.
Yeah, those are his first 2 kills of the game. Big shutdowns for him, and he needed them. He's got 30 CS down to this Lee Sin on the enemy team, and you saw him just get straight up soloed in a 1v2 by the enemy mid laner. And, I wanted to see the 1v1, but we'll see the dive now. As, yeah, they take Harp down here at least for the side of DCG, but they are not feeling like this is worth it at all. Steel gets over 1,000 gold on the Xin, much needed. As if he can start, building some magic resist for himself, he can be pretty serious a threat in this game.
Do you know what Vex's W is called?
Look at the jungle items. No, yeah. I have no idea. What's it called? Personal
space. And I think that's what DFM are going to have to start giving Cascada, because every time they try gank him, he has turned it around and killed someone.
Yeah, jungle item finished, by the way, for 665 with 11 still to go. 10 now for a Steel.
Oh yeah, that is a sizable gap, and that's entirely off this early game. The Shen, much stronger than the Leona in the early stages of the game, is just blatantly a counter pick, and You know, with that as well, Lee Sin, just so strong. If you can pair your support up with him constantly, you're going to be able to find a lot, and that's exactly what DCG did. Taco, realizing he's weak-sided, does the Rumble funny thing where he just annihilates a wave.
Yeah, such a good champion for Taco in the wave. DCG use him as Rift Herald drop top lane now.
Oh, God, here comes the Shadow Surge, and surging onto Arya they are, but he is able to flash away and keep himself alive.
Yeah.
65 though, he's looking. Sonic Wave, Sonic Wave, Sonic Wave, Sonic Wave connects. And you know he's clicking that every single damn time of the week. That is just... like, what other team do you expect to do that?
Yeah, no doubt in your mind once he lands that Q that he's going for it. TP in the mid lane for Cruscada.
Yeah, Steel trying to get away. It's a 4v3, and I think I prefer DCG in this instance as Orca comes in with that Stand United to make it an even up 4v4. Feng getting so low as Udapon, trying to get away. Feng's landing everything, though. Essence Flux will even connect onto Ray Farkey, and he lands every damn ability there is. Feng playing out of his damn mind and will not lose a second game.
Yeah, we said Feng was on form this series, and you see it there. That was a 4v5 for the side of DCG that they just won.
Orca is just trying to solo kill the jungler. He's getting low now, but is going to be safe enough to run away. But I thought for a second there this Shen was winning.
Yeah, can't catch a break, can't steal, as he has a really good fight, gets so much value out of the Xin ulti. Look how long he's able to tank up the Flame Spitter from the Rumble.
Feng.
Yeah, but Feng one-shots Udapon, insta-cleanses his ulti to get that Q off, and then this Q flash here for Feng was dirty to reposition, land that Q on Ray Farkey. Styling Feng. He was last game too.
Freak of nature is this man at landing skill shots. The damage in that team fight from Cruscada, though, was completely ridiculous. Kind of got overshadowed by the fact that Feng did not miss a single skill shot, but... yeah, just looked cooler. Yeah, 65 now. I mean, doing so much damage, he's going to take it. Yep, there it goes. He's gone through. Going to get looked at now by everyone, but the Shadow Surge comes through. Cruscada can come in from anywhere damn near on the map, as Orca going to yoink away that kill with his Ignite.
Yeah, Cruscada not able to find Harp with the reset on his ultimate, but Feng is running straight at Udapon.
Oh my god, just so decisive, and Udapon nowhere to run. Arya going to use that ult almost seemingly defensively, as they are going to be able to take out Orca, but this man is just a Shen, and even are they? This is taking so damn long, and by the time they take out the tower, and now it's going to be DCG looking for the fight. A nice Natofu strike 3 there from Ray Farkey, knocks up 3, makes sure he's able to flash and keep himself alive, but damn, DCG is just running this map.
Yeah, but it's looking like DFM are getting the idea now of what it's like to play against DCG when they get this Lee Sin. The moment 665 showed out of fog, they started their TPs on that mid tower because they know he is just going straight in.
Yeah, pretty clinical, the flash, alt Q. Never really any doubt in your mind that that's all going to connect. It's not like me when I play Lee Sin where I land the alt, miss the Q. 665 a little bit better than I am, as vision for DFM up on the top side, but I mean, Cruscada is so ridiculously strong.
We didn't even notice at the time when Cruscada TP'd mid, they stayed top to take the tier 3.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, so it's an open inhib top lane now.
Jeez.
This Lee Sin has carried the damage, done more damage than the entire enemy team in the previous fight, only really getting to hit Shen. DFM.
Yeah, if not for Cruscada, there's a chance that 665's done the most damage in this game, as he's going to try and add to it now as Harp face checks into him. Uncharted Crystal Arrow will connect onto him, but yeah, Cruscada in a lot of trouble. Stand United coming through, the Ignite should take down. Safeguard not enough to keep him alive with that small little shield it does have. Now Feng trying to land everything. Udapon going to find the damage here. He's just auto-attacking away at this Israel, and he's going to have to Arcane Shift over the wall. Absolutely does. So the 3-man stun, though, coming through from that Solar Flare. As 665 going to get shut down. It's Steel picking up yet another shutdown in this game, and it's DFM running away with at least this team fight. As Harp continuing on forward, it's only Feng and only Orca, and Feng can't do anything with the health he has.
Yeah, nice turnaround from DFM. They pick up a bunch of kills over aggression. Cruscada caught out there, maybe holds onto his flash a little too long. We'll have to rewatch the fight to see where the mistakes happen, as you have to imagine they should just win every fight on the side of DCG. Caught off guard by the Cassante. Nice play from Ray Farkey here. And he's using the Cassante really well with the Aurora. You do take damage when you hit the edges of these Aurora ultis. And here it still looked like it should be fine for DCG, but honestly, Udapon just chunks a massive amount of Feng's HP that he has just removed from this fight. Arya, still full HP, along with Udapon. Nice fight by Ray Farkey, especially. Kind of made that angle for his team by finding a bush to sit in.
Yeah, now it is 2 items, though, available for Cruscada. He's down 20 CS, but up a lot of kills.
Yeah, just been running around fighting. constantly on this Vex.
And very close now as well as Feng to getting his 2-item power spike. That Mirrorman are nearly truly online as the taunt comes through. And Steel, he may have picked up a shutdown, but he's going to lose half of his HP to a simple Shen taunt as things are looking rough for the side of DFM, but certainly not out of it yet as they are finding their way back in. Teamfights like the last one can find themselves closing this gold lead, catching up to DCG. And we know DCG are prone to making mistakes because they only ever click in one direction, and that is forward. And you're seeing it now from Feng, just running forward, forcing out even the ultimate, the crescent sweep out of Steel, and in Arya's looking, but he actually gets seen.
Yeah, they spotted him out somehow. Will not be caught off guard by that stealth Feng, as they're just on the Baron at 20 minutes.
Yeah, watch Cascada. Cascada on a flank, Tarko on a flank. It's going to be very hard for the side of DFM to try and walk into these two because it looks like Cascada can honestly just one-shot almost anyone he chooses to do so. Is Steel going to find where Tarko is? The Equalizer can absolutely come out from his position. He also has Flash to reposition if he so chooses to. Yeah, and now he's coming around the other side. Ray Farkey going to be able to mark him, but they don't know where Cascada is. Off the Baron now, do the side of DCG get, and Feng going aggressive. Arcane shift forward. Ray Farkey loses half his HP, but so does 665 to the Baron. That Q lands, and there's no ultimate for the Xin Zhao. Oh my god, what a play from 665. Able to dodge out of all that damage, does miss out on that Sonic Wave as Feng going forward. He will have an Arcane Shift soon, but might not even need it. Shadow Surge does go wide though, and as does this Twisted Advance. Not even Twisted Advance, sorry. True Shot Barrage. But down does go Steel. Ray Farkey being looked at as well by 665, and he does use that damage reduction, but it didn't look like it reduced absolutely anything, as 665 going to be able to completely headshot that Cassante now. No jungler, and DCG don't give a damn. They're starting up on this Baron.
Yeah, 665 is actually behind the members of DFM here.
He doesn't have ult. He is behind them all. He's actually proxying this mid-wave. It's going to force probably someone from DFM to have to look at that, and maybe Harp going to try for a steal on the Leona. Certainly won't be able to do so. They're looking back onto 65 though, and he's going aggressive. He's trying to find a kill onto Arya. Oh my god, he lays it! He lays it! He lays it! Oh, he got it! The Triumph not going to come through, but he does trade 1-for-1. Is now Orca going aggressively. That's Stan United to get him to the play. As someone teleporting in, it looks like it's going to be Tarko. They're not going to be able to find anything more, but it is the Baron picked up for DCG.
Even while his team is fighting, 665 cannot help himself. While his team isn't fighting, doing the Baron, he cannot help himself but go for a fight. As DFM will get a little tempo and clear some mid-waves, but Baron going over for your jungler feels amazing for the side of DCG, especially when he kills off the enemy mid laner on his way out.
Oh my mate, it's so good to have DCG back.
Yeah, isn't it just?
It is so good to have these fellas back.
20 kills in 22 minutes.
And it's just so fun to watch.
Yeah.
It is just the ridiculousness that these games, you want to say divulge, but it doesn't even feel like it's getting that bad, you know? These are just very well executed fights coming from both teams ultimately. But DCG just being further ahead means they're kind of running away with it. As you're looking at Harp now, maybe caught away, actually trying to dodge away from these Mystic shots, but won't be able to do so. This is Feng. He's the American Sniper. He's landing absolutely damn everything. Continues to land everything. Is Ari going to ult? But the flash away, and Feng still landing everything, and he won't miss. Beginning to end. Feng, my god, you're playing out of your mind, son.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you give them Aurora, if you just completely outplay them. Apparently, Feng is just frontlining all game on this Ezreal and making it look like...
Look at the smile on his face.
Yeah.
I have never seen
how well he's playing.
So many skill shots land consecutively.
Yeah.
It is every single ability he throws out. You just know it's hitting. And it continues to hit. He's now nearing 3 items. Utapon, he's also getting close to there, but these AD carries aren't even close to the amount of impact they're having.
No, not
as the ult goes wide, as I say that from Utapon.
Yeah, and maybe it's DCG identifying Utapon not exactly a sniper on this Ashe. We haven't seen impactful Ashe ultimates from him in 2 games in a row now. Usually a strong point for the side of DFM. Not getting much done, especially this game.
Yeah, and it's weird to think that he might not be a sniper, right? Because his Jhin is so clean.
Yeah, accurate.
And that champ is entirely skill shots to have the most impact as the blade goes on. But it's onto Orca. Orca's not going to give a damn. Soul Flare does come through onto Feng. But he's able to walk on out. He walks out of that ult. He walks out of the Aurora ult. And he even jumps out of any more follow-up that can possibly come through. It's DCG running away with it as Feng cleans up that final kill onto this Aurora. It's been a talking point for us so far the entire playoffs, but it's been completely shut down in game number 2 by DCG, as with 2 massive minion waves crashing, they will be able to secure the second win for themselves.
Yeah, and that is a statement made by DCG. We are not afraid of Aurora. You can first pick it all you want. We will end the game before your champion is even relevant. As on the back end of that fight, Udapon just went down to 1 Vex rotation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that on the back end of the fight, but got nailed with a nice ulti from Kriskada.
I'll be honest, full clarity here. I was just eyes on Feng.
Why not? Why would you look at anyone but Feng?
It was so hard to not look at that guy this game because he was playing him out of his goddamn mind.
If he doesn't pick up,
yeah, he's typing, he's typing away. Oh man, I would love to just get replays of that entire game. You know, we have these post-game replays. Just keep it all on Feng because I don't think I would love to have a stat of skill shot percentages.
Yeah,